right. We appreciate y'all tuning in again to Texas Forever Podcast, a podcast about two best friends at work shooting the shit. This is episode 8, part 1 of 9. And we're going to turn it up a little bit. Matter of fact, we're going to turn it up a lot. This is one of those episodes where, how many times have you been mad at yourself or someone or something? But when you find out why and the context surrounding the issue, you get that aha moment, that moment of enlightenment, if you will. And then you're no longer mad. You become more peaceful. Your outlook changes, your behavior changes, your decisions, all for the better. For you, for everyone around you. And understanding will do this. And see, the deeper the understanding, the deeper the peace. And that's what this episode has a potential to do. If you listen with no wants, no agenda, if you surrender any preconceptions, any attachments, and just listen. Texas forever. Yeehaw. That's do-si-do, y'all.
How much juice you got?
Yeah, I was going to check that out. You got no juice. It's okay. Let me see what it says. 79%. I'm good.
Yeah.
Plus, we got outlets, and I got the charger.
Right. Oh, you finally brought something that you needed?
Yeah, I brought it last time, too.
That was because we yelled at you because you should have never left it. Oh, you got water, too?
For me,
wow.
Not for you.
Oh, thanks,
because it's warm water. You don't like warm water.
No, warm water sucks. You might as well drink out of the hose.
That's what I told my grandparents in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I remember like it was yesterday.
Okay.
That's when I knew I was special.
Did you ride a short bus too?
No, I was like gifted. I was gifted special.
You gifted.
I was like, I might be onto something here.
Uh-oh.
It's like 7 years old.
Yeah.
And we was riding from somewhere.
Uh-huh.
And I was in the backseat. My step-grandpa, his name is Julio. My grandmother, her name is Blasina. That name is...
That's a cool name. I like that.
You never heard of before, huh? So, and then I was saying something about the messages, walking the path in church.
Oh, okay.
Being a good Christian. I was like, you can't really go... It's like water.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And that's how it made sense. But it's like water. You don't want it too hot. I mean, you can either I don't know exactly what I said, but when you're walking this path,
uh-huh.
You can't be both. You can't be completely hot. I mean, you either got to be in or out.
Right.
You got to be hot or you got to be cold.
Right.
Nobody likes warm water. That's what I told them. So you can't be in between. You either got to be in or out. Kind of like you can't serve two masters.
Right.
And they looked at each other. I was like, where you get that from? I don't know. I just thought about it. So that's pretty insightful. All this is in Spanish, by the way.
Of course.
Then I was like, that's when I knew I was special. So I might be on something.
Yeah. And you still are special.
I'm more special now. Actually, I've come to realize that there's nobody that's special.
Oh.
There's
nobody?
I'm not special. There's no such thing as anybody being special.
All right, use another word.
That's the biggest. You're unique.
Yeah, there's only one, supposedly only one me.
You cannot, and that's incredible in itself.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah. If there was two of me, I'd be...
Well, even if you're an identical twin.
Oh, true that.
Still, your DNA might look the same as far as they can read the DNA, right. But still, you're different.
Individual, yeah.
That's, to me, think about all the different combinations of the way your features on your face can be put together. And they're all different. There is not one person that looks exactly like you. That's, to me, that's amazing. Maybe if it was at the beginning, 100 people.
Yeah.
But now you're going up into the 8 billions
And you're still not creating one person that looks like yourself.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I think that's why you have kids, too.
To see yourself as a narcissistic endeavor.
I think it's not that. It's you want to be better than yourself. You want to bring something better than yourself.
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Oh, give me God!
They ain't got nothing.
Go ahead.
It's all nature.
It's all nature.
You just need to reproduce.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
Now you take the next step, and yes, you take the next. Okay, I need to make something. Because it goes the other way too. I don't want to reproduce.
Well, that's you.
Well, no, I'm talking about you don't want to reproduce because you're special. You don't want to pass on that special gene.
Well, I thought that myself.
Well, so it can go either way.
Oops, sorry.
You good?
Edit that.
You gotta edit that.
As an earthquake. Yeah, I see. Because I thought that myself. I never, because of certain condition that I have, but it seems like it's gone away. So I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Well, that's good.
Well, that kind of like I was jealous of my brothers having kids, and I one of those steps you had to take.
I'm not having kids because I'm jealous of somebody else having kids. You can have that.
It's a pride thing too.
Well, especially when it costs $100,000 to have a kid nowadays. That just doesn't even make any sense.
Dude, why are you so practical?
It's not, because it's about the human race and efficiency.
Oh my God! There's no such thing as efficiency when you come to love.
I understand, and that's the point. The point is, at the most basic level, it's all about instincts and efficiency. Okay, for me, for the race, okay. That's the natural guard. That's the resistance.
Right.
What's the word I'm looking for? That's the impediment, the hindrance, the natural barrier. Thank you. Went all through the thesaurus and couldn't barrier.
Wow.
That's the barrier that's put in place so that if something makes it through that barrier, it's worth it. You see?
Okay.
But if your barriers are open, if your gates are open to anything, then shit, that's how you end up with child support for you to be like Scottie Pippen.
Or what's his name?
Nick Cannon.
Yeah,